What's up guys, it's Troy with the Weber Kettle Club. It's too hot inside to use the oven, so I'm gonna make my homemade lasagna on my Weber Kettle. So this lasagna is pushing the limits of my 22-inch grill, so I'm gonna go over here and use my vintage 26. I got the 22-inch slow and sear in there, and I got a little bit of bed of unlit lump charcoal just sitting there, waiting for a chimney full of lit Kingsford, which I'm going to add on top of that right now as I lay my lasagna in the grass. All right, so we're gonna put our Kingsford on top of the mesquite lump. The instructions on the lasagna say to go. Let's see here. What does it say? The instructions on the lasagna say if it's frozen to go 1 hour and 40 minutes at 400 degrees. We can do 400 degrees, no problem. I'm gonna add some unlit charcoal on top of there just to make sure we get 2 hours of 400 degrees. I'm gonna use Lasagne mesquite lump. These are all mostly small. Find some big ones in there.
I realize the one-handed technique here is very ineffective. Keep in mind I'm holding a cell phone camera. Normally I would use a scoop or just pour it out of the bag.
Alright, so I'm going to close up the grill and let this come up to temperature real quick. Once it comes up to temperature, we'll put our lasagna on. Homemade lasagna is a lot of work, but it's so worth it, especially if you're going to do it on the Weber Kettle. So I got my lasagna here. It's tented, just like the instructions say. My kettle is coming up to temperature. I don't really care if I hit 400 degrees. The instructions say to hit 400 degrees, but I don't really care. So we're just going to leave it like this with the heat over there. The lasagna is in the cool zone, and we're going to let this cook for, I don't know, a couple hours.
Hard to believe that this grill is 52 years old.
All right, judging by the color of that red 26, I can tell that the temperature is above 400 degrees, and it's probably time for us to at least rotate this lasagna. Actually, the color of the grill isn't coming out very well in the camera. Hopefully it comes out in the actual video. Cool, so our lasagna is still there. Giving it a rotation. That's plenty hot. Ooh, son of a... Alright, our lasagna has been on for about 2 hours. It's freaking dark outside. The whole neighborhood smells like lasagna. It's pretty funny. Usually it smells like barbecue. Now it smells like Italian food out here. Neighbors are probably all confused, but I've probed. Let's flip the camera around. This is ridiculous. Here's what our lasagna is looking like. I'm gonna probe it with a thermopan just to make sure that it's up to a respectable temperature. Should be at like 165. The instructions say to remove the tent in the last 15 minutes. That's at 156. Yeah, so we'll remove the tent, put the lid back on, and toast the top up. One thing I did is I put some charcoal over here on top of the cooking grate, and then I moved some of the pieces to this side just to help get a little more heat going in the end. For the last 15 minutes, just to toast the cheese, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic to our coals here, just to add a little bit more of that Italian smoky flavor. Come back here in 15 minutes. Alright, it's been 15 minutes without the little foil tent, and the cheese is nice and toasty, and it is done. I'm gonna take the temperature real quick. I'm doing this left-handed. This is weird. Alright, we're good. I just want to make sure we get up to 165 in the center. Our lasagna is done. Now it's time to figure out how to get this thing off of here. I was supposed to use a sheet pan underneath it. Whoops. Alright, our lasagna is done. Let's cut into it and see how it tastes. This is always the hardest part of lasagna for me. Cutting it and getting it out of the pan without losing it. I can smell it has like a nice smoky taste. Not smoky, but like kind of like that onion smoke that you get from throwing onions and stuff in the coals. Just gonna scrape the outside here just to make sure it comes loose. I hope this doesn't embarrass me. Keep in mind I'm doing this one-handed. Oh please. Oh please. What do you think of that? Huh? Okay, so it kind of whooped. Let me get a fork. Alright, here it is. Cheers, guys. This is easily the best homemade lasagna I've ever made on the grill. And it's still steaming, so thanks for watching. I just wanted to show you that the second piece came out perfectly clean and delicious.